What's up? This your man Drake Mag coming to you again with another video. Again, this video, spoiler warning, House of the Dragon episode 4. Just my thoughts, a review, quick review. This one was very interesting, so I can't wait to talk about it. But the real question is, are you ready? Alright, let's go ahead. Let's talk about episode 4. Alright, so we start off with Daemon's return to the Red Keep. He acts like everything is cool. He comes up, you know, he bows to the king. He had his little crown on that he got from, you know, from the battle and stuff like that. It was calling him, I guess, the king of the stepstones or whatever. So he comes in, he's really cool. He's trying to drop everything. He just want to be with his family. And King Viserys is just like, okay, you're still my brother. And I'm starting to understand this about King Viserys. He just has a heart. And I was a little harsh on him, you know, about being kind of a soft king, but he's soft about his family, you know, and he just wants peace. So, of course, he brings Daemon back in the fold like nothing never happened. At this time, Rhaenyra has a lot of selectable potential kings that's trying to court for her because the king and the queen want her to get married. So they set this tour up so she could be able to get married. But, you know, one guy was old, then they had this kid come through. But I ain't gonna lie, the kid was gangster though. If you watch that entire scene, oh, the kid got down once that disrespect came. But she wasn't trying to have none of it. She don't want to be married. She don't want anything to do with it. Plus, she seen her uncle's dragon come through, you know what I mean? So she's kind of really thinking about her uncle at this time. Daemon actually takes Rhaenyra, you know, steps her away, you know, tell her how much, you know, he kind of misses being around his family and stuff like that, and actually starts talking and getting in her ear. See, this is why Daemon is so gangster, because it's mind manipulation. I just didn't know how far this dude was actually gonna go. So he was actually telling Rhaenyra, you know, you need to be free. You know what I'm saying? This life, you need to see this life. This life needs to be free. They do not care about you, about being queen and all of that. They don't want to see you. They want to see the kid, the 3-year-old, be king before they see you be king. So he's in her ear at this time and in her mind. So it gets wild from here. Daemon end up taking Rhaenyra down to the strip. And I ain't talking about Diagon Alley either. I'm talking about where it's cracking at. You know what I mean. So first he takes her to the show. It's like this puppet show. It's kind of comedy. And even in the comedy, they was actually making fun of Rhaenyra, saying that, you know, a woman being queen, boo, we don't want that. We want to make sure that the king, there's a king in here, not a queen. So all of this is showing the mind manipulation of Daemon. Then this dude takes her to a brothel so she can see all the freaky neat, all the stuff going. I mean, Jesus Christ. Lord, it was cracking in there. One thing I knew about Game of Thrones, that the Targaryens, they're used to incest. So even though that I knew that, I still wasn't expecting Daemon to actually start to hit on his own niece, kissing on her and all of that. What really surprised me, and it shouldn't have surprised me because it was all coming out, was when Rhaenyra actually started to give in and wanted it and tried to take it from Daemon, which eventually Daemon just shut it down. He was like, you know what, this is not the best of ideas, and just bounced on her in the middle of this brothel. So we find out that Rhaenyra's a freak. So Rhaenyra comes back to her actual room where she see Christian Cole there, and then, you know, since she couldn't get it from her uncle, she turned around and slept with the knight that's supposed to protect her. And even he was like, yo, I might want to chill out on this. Nah, it was going down, and she was gonna make sure it goes down. That happened. At the same time, Otto Hightower has somebody following Rhaenyra and Daemon the whole entire time. When I tell you this gets oosey juicy, boy, I am not joking. So King Viserys goes and talks to Daemon, said, hey, did you sleep with my niece? Kicking him and stuff like that. And Daemon actually lied about it and said, Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't believe me anyway, but yeah, I did. And his whole angle for this whole manipulation was to get to the throne. And now I'm really trying to I get it. These are the Game of Thrones. Everybody's trying their hardest and their best to manipulate their way to that Iron Throne. So this is exactly what Daemon's play was. This is exactly what Otto Hightower play was. And even King Viserys said, you know what? Rhaenyra. So he went to go talk to Rhaenyra and said, look, I don't care. You're gonna marry. You're gonna marry, and she's going to marry Silos Valeries, which is her cousin. You're gonna marry him. And there's no ifs, ands, buts about it. And she agrees, but in that agreement, she made him question Otto Hightower, so that's why he's gone. But ooh, it got spicy this episode. My overall thoughts on this episode, man, this is nuts. This is nuts. And again, for me being a new fan of this show, the Game of Thrones and stuff like that, I'm starting to, the wheels are starting to turn, and I'm starting to really understand that everybody is trying to vie for that crown. So whatever you got to do, we gonna do it. And that's exactly what this episode was showing me, that everybody's got their own position and place that they gotta move. So to be able to get to that crown, whether you're Rhaenyra, you're King Viserys, you know what I'm saying, you're trying to keep the crown, you know what I mean, whoever you are, Otto Hightower, it's everybody is vying for that crown. And again, this had little to no action. Actually, this had a little bitty action in it, more dialogue, more just, I mean, when I tell you the writing on this show is A1. A1, I love it. I mean, oh my God. Again, I'm so invested, but it's the writing in this episode that is killing it. It's killing it. And out of all the shows that I'm watching right now, House of the Dragon, best written show, period. Best written. So, yeah. Go watch this. Again, I know this was a little bit of spoiler, but you already know what to do. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Make sure you hit the bell notification so you never miss one of my episodes. What did you guys think about this episode? Drop it in the comment section. Until next time, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and bye-bye.